Hi, this is Tamika with Pastries, Pumpkin Pie. I'm here with a Plan With Me video in my classic Happy Planner. That is very hard for me to say now. Oh my gosh. Okay. But yes, I'm doing a Plan With Me for the month of January 2026. That was hard for me to say because I have been using a big planner for a long time now. If you looked at my planner lineup video, you'll just know why I switched to a classic size. It's going to be a challenge for me because I am really used to doing big. I do a classic size for work, but I've enjoyed all of the space that I have in a big for functional and decorative planning. So it is what it is. I haven't finished dating this, so I'm going to need to do that. I wasn't sure if I wanted to put my decorations down and then date, but I think I'm going to go ahead and date it first. So I have the Live Love Posh Functionally Noir book here. And I'm trying to think what day is January 1st on. So let me think. So Christmas is on the 25th, which is on Thursday. 6, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31. So it's going to start on a Thursday. I believe that is correct. January is starting on a Thursday. Right. On a Thursday. So we will go ahead and get some numbers here. There's a few options in here. I'm gonna go with these clear ones. And I'm just going to start at the bottom because it's just kind of easier to reach these at the bottom. And I'm going to put it in the left corner. That's what I'll do. And I might fast forward through this. I'm not sure yet. But yeah, so we're back in a classic size for our catch-all planner, and that is interesting. I have not been in a classic size for my catch-all in some time now. I have thoroughly enjoyed the big. Hopefully next year there'll be a planner that I like and I can go back to the big, or maybe the small shops will start offering big inserts because they really don't do that. And as I stated in one of my videos, there's one small shop, they offer the big, but you can only get 6 months at a time. So by the time I've paid for a whole year, I might as well just buy a planner that has all the things. Okay, so here, those two didn't want to come apart very well. So yeah, that's where we're at, guys. That's where we're at with all of this. So, and yeah, I basically would have just been paying for inserts. There wouldn't have been much extra at all with those inserts, and it would have been like the price of a planner. So I'm gonna pay the price of a planner. I might as well get a whole planner where I'm getting everything, the dividers and the whole shebang, right? I might as well. So that is why I didn't purchase the inserts. And then another thought crossed my mind the other day. I was like, well, crap, since I went ahead and downsized back to a classic, there's so many other planners that I could have purchased because they had things that I wanted in the classic size. They didn't have what I wanted in a big. But the reason I went to classic was because I already had this Peanuts one from the Peanuts Be Happy box, so I was like, might as well use it. But now that I think about it, I could have took advantage of some of the sales and got me one of the classic size ones that I actually like, that had the layout that I like, but that it was in the classic size. But whatever. I didn't spend any additional money because I'm using what I had. So I'm just gonna go with that. And I did just purchase this. And it's the Snoopy and the Gang. So try not to be too upset about it. It is undated, which I don't really care for. Those inserts were gonna be undated as well, which I, you know. So yeah, that's where we're at with everything. There are some small shops like Live Up Pots, they provide inserts, but it's like you're getting a whole planner, just no dividers. So you're getting a little bit more than just the pages. And a little bit more extra stuff added in there, because some of the stuff that I got in my inserts that I'm using for work, I've added to this planner because they're not work related pages. And so I've added them to my catch-all, and you'll see that in my setup video. So for the month of January, I have no plans as of yet. I want to do something for my mom, which she probably won't let us, but I want to do something for her because she has a birthday on the 1st. She's a New Year baby, and she will be having a milestone birthday this year, 75. But we'll see if she even lets us take her out to eat. She's very finicky about those kind of things, so we'll see. I'm surprised no one has talked about giving her a party. Like, none of her siblings or anyone has talked about doing that, considering she's gonna be 75. But yeah, I'd rather just do something, just her and my siblings, because we don't get to spend a lot of time with just us as it is. So I don't mind that there's nothing really planned in terms of the large family group. We've been struggling to get time alone with her since my daddy passed. Anyways, it's been very difficult to get her alone. So it will be good if we could just do that and just spend some time with her. I don't know. You take her out to eat, she's worried about what everything costs, even though she's not paying for nothing. So she's just very frugal like that. And then she doesn't want to go far, even though she doesn't have to drive. And it's just like a whole thing with her. It's hard to just do things with her and take her places. It's very, very difficult. So we shall see. I get with my brothers and see like what we're gonna do. We haven't really talked about it because everybody's been busy with their own lives and stuff, and my older brother had, you know, been out of the country recently, so he was just trying to get acclimated being back here and get back to his business because he's got his own business. So yeah, but we need to figure out what we're gonna do, and we need to figure it out fast because her birthday will be here before you know it. Before you know it. So we gotta come up with something. I think just taking her somewhere to eat. We might want to just do a lunch. She, you know, having her out after dark freaks her out and all kind of stuff. And it's take her for lunch, get her back home, and be done, because If not, she's gonna drive us crazy. That's what's gonna happen. So I wish we could get some photos, but none of them really like doing photos, which they don't really like doing anything, which kind of pisses me off. It's always hard trying to get them to do stuff. Like before my dad died, I kept saying, you know, we need to do photos. We don't have any photos of all 5 of us since we were like really, really little kids. Nobody listened to me. And so then my dad passed and we don't have any updated photos of all of us, you know, because my older brother went off to the military after high school. And so we have photos with the rest of us. We did some photos one year, but we don't have anything with all 5 of us. And now we'll never have that because nobody thought enough to get some photos. They don't listen to me. I don't know why they don't, but they don't. All right, so this is all dated. Hopefully I was in frame, y'all, because I was really doing my thing here. So I'm going to work with the Snoopy that's there on the page. And we're going to go with a new Hello Winter. Nope, wrong book. Sorry. The Winter Love by the Love Posh. And we're going to go with this first set of stickers. So if this is something that you're interested in, I do have an affiliate link in the description box below. And you can definitely feel free to shop through that link. So we're going to go with a lot of this stuff here. So let me start with this in this sidebar. This is so weird decorating this for my catch-all and not for work. Because I do it for work. Sometimes I decorate my pages sometimes. Oh, that's crooked. Of course it is, Tamika. You always put down everything crooked. Yeah, I do decorate for work sometimes. Not all the time, but sometimes. I'm going to put my functional stuff down. So let's go to the boxes. We're going to use this box for the first. So we'll put my mom's birthday and New Year's Day in that box. One of the bills. I don't think there's any other boxes in here either, so I have to kind of go with what's here. I'm gonna have to find some other boxes, so I'm gonna pull that other book that I had because I'm sure there's some colors in here that I can use. Is there pink in here? There is pink in here, so let's put some pink down. Grab a couple of these. So y'all know I don't ever remember what's the correct day for my car insurance. I'm either putting the 5th, the 6th, or the 7th. One of them works. I just don't ever remember which is the exact one. And of course it's going to vary depending on if it's a weekend or something like that. So that's something that I have to consider as well. All right. I don't have anything else planned or going on really for the month. I'm gonna put a date night sticker there because y'all know I like to put that down. I'm gonna put a pink box for that. All right, and that's about it. So the rest is just gonna be deco. So let's go back to this book. Now, skiing ain't about to happen here with me. I'm just saying. but I want to use the sticker set. But I'm definitely not doing like any skiing or anything like that. That's just, it's not gonna happen. I'm gonna put this over here, and then I'll find some quote stickers as well. Trying to see if I want to put this here or something else. I'm gonna go ahead and put this here. I'm gonna end up covering up the date, and that's fine. I know some people do not like covering up their dates, but I don't care. If I know that this is the 16th, then I know that's the 17th. Some people, they have to see it, and that's fine. I mean, that's people's personal preferences, and I ain't mad at you. So, to each his own. I'm gonna put this here. It's gonna cover up some dates. Now, you're probably freaking out. Some of you are like, oh my God, you're covering up your dates. What if something comes up? I can put a box sticker over it. I can put a box in the sidebar that will allow me to write any additional things if needed. It doesn't have to be complicated, like, at all. And I don't get crazy about those kinds of things. So, yeah. Yep, I just don't let those kind of things bother me. And, you know, I'm probably gonna do a video about this because I think sometimes we need to think outside of the box when it comes to being decorative with our planning. I feel like sometimes we're too worried about keeping things in the box, and sometimes some people have to have it in the box. But I can tell you, it's going to take you a lot further to get out of that box. I'm trying to find some of my washi tape right now. I'm going to use, it's not quite the right color. And then I have this one, but I don't know that I want to use that one either. Okay, so let's see. We have the hot cocoa and the coffee and all that. So let's use some of these. Put that there. There's another hot chocolate. Put it there. And then I want to get these two kids. And you're probably like, what are you talking about? We can't see the sticker book. My bad. I'm just assuming that y'all know what's going on here. I'm gonna put these kids down here with Snoopy. Okay. And let's get this girl. So we have the other girl over there in the sidebar sticker. So I'm gonna take her. I'm gonna put her right here. There's that. I'm trying to balance the colors also. Okay, let me raise this up. I'd rather her hand be on top there. Okay. And I think that's really all I'm going to be able to put down on the page. Let's put these socks here in the corner of this page. Okay. So I have this, and I think I'm going to rip it. Oops, I ripped it a little bit too much there. That's because it's sticking to my fingers. So that didn't go too well. Yeah, it was too sticky. Way too sticky. So I'm gonna put this right here. I'm gonna raise this up a little bit. And then I should have another sticker like that because these are duplicate pages. And this time, let's try ripping it in the sticker book. That might be better. Okay. I'm going to put this up here. Okay, so there's that. And then I know I have this in a... I just don't know if this is going to be too dark for what I want. It might possibly be. But I'm going to use it anyways. Hell, why not? Okay, so we're going to put some right here. And then we're going to rip it. And get our craft knife. Okay, and then we're going to do the same right here. And then in a second, I'm going to find a box to go in the sidebar. That way, if anything comes up and I don't have the space from all of the decorative stuff, I can just write it in that box. So that's one thing that you can always do. You can always just put a box in the sidebar in the event that you need some extra space for functional stuff. So I'm going to go back to this other book. So I'm all out of those pink stickers. All out of those. But good to know that I have habit trackers in this book, so I gotta remember that. I do have habit trackers in here, so I'm gonna pull a blue box if I have one. And yeah, and that's what we're gonna go ahead and put here in the sidebar. See, I'm used to this like fitting in between the space in a big, but it fits perfectly here. So there we have it. Oh, quotes. So there's no quotes in here. I mean, in the newer one. And I don't think there's quotes in this one either. But. There is another book where I can probably find some quotes. Probably this one. This is by Amber Plans Her Day. I had a lot of seasonal quotes left in here. So, okay, so we have a Let It Snow, which I don't really want it to snow, but hey. We're gonna put this here. I can use this whole sheet, which is great. Let's pull this whole sheet. The world changes when it snows. Put that there. And I'll burnish those down in a minute. Kindness is like snow. It beautifies everything. It what? Covers. Yeah, so we'll put that. And put this here. And because it's clear, I can put it over the top of all the other stuff there. Okay, and I'm not sure if I had any other winter quotes in here. I know I had a lot of seasonal stuff still in this book, so let's see. Hello Winter. I don't know when's the first day of winter. Do y'all know? I don't know. I don't know. I'm just gonna put it right here because I don't know when winter is actually coming, but we'll just put it here. Whoops. There we go. So I think it does come in January officially. So we may not know the date, but you know, we'll go ahead and put it down anyways. And then I'm going to take these little filler pieces, and they look like little snowballs, no? And we're going to just throw these around like confetti. And that's because we're just trying to use stickers that we have, right? That's what I've been trying to do for the last couple of years, but yet I keep buying more stickers. You know? Why do we do these things? Why? Why do we do it, y'all? Why? And then I'm going to put this one in the sidebar over here. All right, and that is going to do it for the spread. So again, the main thing that I used was this Winter Love sticker book, which by Love of Posh, which is the newer winter book. And then I did pull some functional stickers from one of the other winter books. But I think this turned out really, really cute. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. I'm gonna go ahead and add it back to my planner, my classic planner. How did I do, y'all? How did I do for decorating in my classic catch-all for the first time in a long time? Let me know what y'all think. I'll put the divider in here in a second. Let me know, how do you think it came out? I think it looks really good. It is a little confining though. You do have a lot less space to work with, but I'm just gonna have to adjust. But otherwise, I think it turned out really nice. Comment below, let me know, what plans do you have for the month of January other than welcoming in the new year and celebrating my mom? I don't really have any other plans, but hopefully I'll come up with something to do. I've been trying to get out of my comfort zone and get out of that house and do things and go places. It's just kind of hard because sometimes I don't have anyone to go do things with. So My family and my friends just don't want to do anything. And I think I'm going to have to be very brave this year and just branch out on my own and do some things. But yeah, let me know what plans you have. Also, guys, don't forget to slay, subscribe, like, and accept the alerts so you don't miss any videos. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.